Is Sony working on a revised PlayStation 5 and new controllers? And is Oculus working on an Oculus Quest Pro? Well, what are we waiting for? Well, actually, I'm waiting for you, so that we, together, as a people, can check it out. And welcome to another sensational Sunday. I'm Mike, and yes, I know I missed last week because I wanted to give y'all the video about the AirTags. They had just came out, and I was like, you know what, there's not much popping in the news this week, so let's go ahead and do AirTags instead. But I am back for another sensational Sunday where we talk about these news stories and these rumors, and we kind of break down what's going on. So let's hop right into it. And the first thing I want to talk about today is the PlayStation 5 redesign.
So according to the GameSpot article, it was reported by DigiTimes that Sony might be looking into switching their architecture for the PS5 in order to deal with the silicone shortage. Right now, Sony hasn't made anything official. They just said during an earnings call that this was a serious consideration.
Hopefully this can allow them to make more systems and not have to deal with the silicone shortage. Now, this is not really a redesign, it's more of a revision. So this is quite common in a lot of tech products where stuff in manufacturing changes, kind of like this silicone shortage. And as a result, they use different parts internally, but the product that you get physically and operations-wise should be exactly the same as the original product. So this will probably not impact much as far as like the way the system operates, like if it's going to run faster. I wonder myself if they're going to use this as a chance to kind of bridge the gap in power between the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, because technically the Xbox Series X is a little bit more powerful. It's like 2 more teraflops of graphics performance than the PlayStation 5, which really, if you look at the comparisons like on Digital Foundry, it's not really that much of a difference. There is like this weird thing with Mass Effect where it runs at, or is going to run at 120 frames on the Xbox, but not on PS5. But I don't think that's anything to do with 2 teraflops. But in most cases, you don't see a difference in performance. The one extreme that I could think of was when they did the revision for the Nintendo Switch and we got 4 more hours of battery life just because of how much more efficient the chip was. But performance-wise, it was still the same. So there's a chance that it could be more efficient and run cooler, the fans might not have to kick up as fast on the revised PlayStation 5, but essentially it's going to be the same. So it's pretty much a revision. And honestly, if this can help them get more systems out with the chip shortage, it makes a lot of sense. But what's not confirmed is PlayStation might be working on new controller colors. So there's a rumor out there saying that Sony is working on new colors for the DualSense. And this makes sense. I don't even think that this needs to be confirmed. Obviously they're going to do multiple colors. Look at the PS4. There was all kinds of colors. We had camouflage. We had the old school PlayStation colors. Of course they're going to do new colors. I want to see red and octurple. Those are the 2 colors I want to see.
Octurple is not a color.
Oh. Anyway, I'm excited to see what they can do with this controller because it's so segmented. You have the middle part that's separate from the outside part. It was the same way on the PlayStation 4, but the touchpad was always black. It didn't have a color. It didn't match the rest of the controller. So now that the touchpad is separate and it's colored, along with the bottom part being black, and technically you can remove it and swap it out. They sell some third-party ones. The little black part at the bottom that goes around the thumbsticks, I don't recommend doing it because it looks kind of stressful trying to pry that thing off. But they have a lot more options with this controller than they did with the PS4 controller to kind of customize it and do multiple tones. So I'm excited to see what they come out with for the controller. Now my question is, if they do these custom controllers, are we going to get custom shells for the PS5? Because as you know, both shells are removable because that's how you access the inside of the system to clean it, or if you need to install the M.2 drive, you can remove both of those shells. So Sony could technically sell other shells to kind of match the controller. That would be really cool. But who knows if they're going to get into that market. I assume they will because there's already a lot of third-party shells out there that you can buy on Amazon right now if you want to change the color of your system. But having an official Sony one, or even them releasing some special edition ones for certain games, maybe like God of War or Horizon or something like that, that'd be awesome. So hopefully we get more than just some boring same tone controller colors. I mean, they should have those for people that want them if you're boring, but I want some crazy multi-tone controller colors. That's what I'm talking about. You know what else is crazy? That Oculus is already talking about their next VR headset, or potentially the next VR headset. It might not be, but it's pretty much confirmed that they are working on an Oculus Quest Pro. Now, obviously the name is not confirmed. This is just kind of the name that's going around because when everybody does a more powerful system, they always call it the Pro. Since the PS4 Pro came out, it's always oh, they're doing a Pro. So now everything's called the Pro, like the Switch Pro and the Xbox Pro. Actually, that's not a thing. But anyway, it's pretty much been confirmed that they're working on a more powerful version of the Oculus Quest. Now, this may or may not matter to some people, and I'll tell you why. Because when you look at it, the Oculus Quest, it is a standalone headset, but also has the option to connect to the PC. So right now, you can connect it to the PC and play more powerful games. But what Mark Zuckerberg was talking about in the interview was basically like they want to be able to make a more powerful headset for games internally. If you already have a PC, especially now that the Oculus Quest does the wireless link, which we'll be having a look at on Wednesday, so make sure to stick around and check that out. But with the wireless link, or Air Link is what they're calling it, you can already connect wirelessly to a PC. So if you have a gaming PC, this might not be a headset that appeals to you. This is basically going to be a more powerful all-in-one headset that's capable of running games a lot closer to the way that they run on PC, which in my imagination would probably be like $600 to $800 headset maybe, which sounds really cool. Like, there are a lot of people who don't have gaming PCs. Maybe they have a MacBook, or maybe they just have a laptop that's not good for games, but they want to experience VR. This is a way to bring more people in, and if you can get like a full experience with an all-in-one headset, either way, it's still gonna be more convenient than even connecting with AirLink, which is really simple, by the way. I'm really excited because that's just a way to bring VR to more people. And I love VR, so I definitely want to see it get in the hands of more people and more AAA games like Half-Life Alyx being made for it. So I'm all for them doing this version of the Oculus Quest. Now, for me, I probably wouldn't get it because I'm fine with having a cheaper headset, and then when I want to play better games, just connecting to my PC. There's a few things that they would have to do to sway me. It would depend on how much better the resolution and refresh rate is for the headset. Like, if it's a way higher resolution, the refresh rate is way better. Like, if it's a smoother experience and it's not like $1,000. And then also maybe if they did new controllers that did like finger tracking, which I don't know if they would do or not, because technically there's like an experimental finger tracking thing that's already built into the Quest 1 and Quest 2. From my experience, it doesn't work super well yet, but it is still like in beta. So they could improve that to the point where they wouldn't even need controllers, and that'd be really cool. But to have something like the knuckle controllers like the Index has, that'd be cool to see, especially in an all-in-one headset. So if they did something like that with better controllers, higher refresh rate, and higher resolution, that might be enough to sway me to upgrade just to be able to play my PC games better, like games like Half-Life Alyx that are exclusively like on Steam. But yeah, their focus for this headset is pretty much the all-in-one experience, which I think is really cool. But let me know what you think. Would you be excited for some new PS5 controller colors? And also, would you be excited for a pro version of this headset? Like, are you on a gaming PC? Would you really care if it was just a more powerful version internally and nothing else changed? Let me know what you think. But for now, I'm bringing this video to a conclusion. But if you enjoyed it, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and always do at least 2 things at the same time.